Lord Finesse told me he gonna be a rapper. And I'm like, yeah, all right, this, that. And the next thing I know, I turn on the radio and his music is on the radio. That's all I needed. And so that's why I come to podcasts like this or something, because it's very important that we be transparent with our wins and loss and our journey, because somebody needs to see that it's possible. And so I'm one of those guys that have to see it to be possible. So I'm looking at a clip just now, Rick Ross saying he spent $100 million in the last 6 months. I'm not mad at him, and I'm not jealous of him. He let me know that could happen.
Yeah.
You know, so my lens never looked from a lens of jealousy. It's always been an inspiration. One of my friends pulled up with a crazy fly car. I'm like, yo, I could get that. I could get those. You know what I mean? So that's what it's about. That's why I be so transparent, you know what I mean, and let everybody know, you know, what I went through in life or what I'm going through in life, so that they can learn from it and know that they can come up off that.
Fire. So this is real history. And like, I feel like for you and I, Chris, it's now every week, it's just like, damn.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And this was going to be hard to top. It's hard to top Fat Joe.
For sure.
This is history right here, digging into crates. You feel me? Literally.
Hello.
And so, what was it?
Digging in the crates. All about my paper. The haters, they cannot.
That flow.
So my brother and I, like, I'm Puerto Rican and Dominican.
Okay.
And my brother and I, it was always like, you know, we had the big pun, Fat Joe. It's like, you know, me and my brother are brothers, you know what I mean? So we're Puerto Rican.
Oh, yeah, I had the big pun.
No, it was just like, that was the vibe, you know what I mean? Because you were the first big Latinos in the scene like that. It was huge for us to be able to see something like that. I'm telling you, I wanted to be a rapper. I opened up for you. I found out I'm not supposed to be rapping. Plus, I'm in the studios with Benny the Butcher, Conway the Machine, watching them rap as a youngin', and I'm like, yeah, rap ain't for me, but I'll do podcasting. You know what I'm saying?
But you don't. You see, in life, you could try for many, many things, and you don't really know what you'll be successful at. And just today, I forget who I was talking to, one of my friends. Oh, who was it? Dre from Cool and Dre? And he was like, yo, I just closed a deal with such and such company. He's a hip-hop producer. But it's so left. But, you know, you get around the circles, you know, people lead the people. Ideas that get you to talk to people you never thought you'll ever meet before. And then you'll become successful through hard work and determination in another way. So it's never how you want it, it's how God does it, and it's in his hands and his timing. You know, last thing somebody would have thought was Fat Joe was hosting some BET Awards. He's Fat Joe the rapper, bro. I done finessed the shit. I seen all the hosters in the crowd, the guys who really went to college for it, looking like, damn, and I'm super smooth with it. Like, I'm shooting this shit like this. Like, you know, I'm like, my shit water. You know what I mean? It don't look like he got to worry in life. Like, I'm coming through talking that shit. And your man know I was throwing that shit on. And so, you know, I used to, I'm not encouraging it to nobody, but I used to rob people. I used to sell drugs, do the craziest shit just to be fly, right? And then what was that? You know, we'd just be fly and we'd go to the neighborhood club where only 10 blocks in that section even know who you is. And we got the chain like we somebody, and now they give me an opportunity to stunt in front of the whole world hosting the BET Awards. Of course I'm gonna wear 8 outfits, different chains, different white. I'm stunting in front of the whole fucking world.
Yeah.
You know, that's, it's funny because I remember the time where I went to jail for taxes. The prosecutor was like telling the judge, you know, when they trying to get me locked up, he's like, he's flamboyant. He drives Rolls Royces and raps about exotic clothes, and he has dogs that cost such a, like, I didn't even know that bothered this man. Like, it fucking bothered him that, you know, I like to fucking dress and shine and all. He really brought the shit up in court. And that's my shit. You know what I'm saying? If I could do that till I die, that's definitely happiness for me. You know what I mean?
It's dope. It's like when you watch NFL players transition into hosting, and you see them put that headset on, and it's like, okay, I didn't picture you in this role, but man, you know the game better than anybody else.
That's it.
And now when you hosting, it's not just alumni. It's also the senior class before you. It's the future class to come. It's everybody in that building. So for you to do that and fit in that role naturally, you're the right man for the job. You know what I
I'm
mean?
blessed because they fuck with me. The youth, they fuck with me. They love me. They come up to me and they hug me. All the young, the little babies, the Glorillas, the this, they come and hug me like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, OG. Because they know I spit that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to give you a sugar-coated story. I'm going to tell you the truth. I fucked up. You know what I mean? Or I did the right thing or whatever the case. Yeah. And my line's always open to any of the youth, you know what I mean, who want some advice or something like that. Sometimes I offer advice, they don't even ask me. Yeah, like it's a female MC, just to give you one, several female MCs. That's hot as fuck right now. And I seen them about to slip up and get some type of trouble, and I hit them in the DM real quick and be like, yo, that ain't it. Get off that ASAP. And they hit me right back like, wow, Joe, thank you. I needed to hear that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, no, that's not a go. I made every mistake. You know, I'm a ghetto nigga for real. Like, I did every stereotype you ever thought of, arguing with my old girlfriends in front of the whole projects, all in my, any kind of ghetto stereotype shit you ever heard, I did it. And so I come from there, and I like to think I'm in a good place.
Word. At what point did you feel like you had the right to give those advice, to give?
You know, I was just mad that people before me didn't give me that type of advice. Word. You know, I was running around with, I can't say we invented it, but we invented a lot of shit. But it's almost like my fault when you see a young rapper with 50 dudes with him and all that, because I think we started that shit. I think we was just coming in the game with just like, everywhere you saw Fat Joe was 50, 100 guys standing around him. You couldn't even walk up to him. You couldn't even talk to him. You couldn't. I wished the Russell Simmons, I wished somebody who was a legend before me that I respected would have came up to me and told me, yo, that ain't it, man. Right. You know, shorten your circle, because, you know, people in the getting money game are easily intimidated. And they don't really want to deal. Imagine you had a deal with Suge Knight. Imagine you fucked around, did a deal, and you're making money with this guy. So you can't leave him because you caking up. But this guy's a killer. He's coming in there with guys with red eyes looking at you, yo, they rather deal with Tyler, the Creator. Yeah. You understand? Like, yo, let me deal with Tyler, the Creator, nice guy. You know, we'll figure this out. Yeah. We'll negotiate. And so, you know, somebody would have told me, yo, that ain't the look. You know what I'm saying? I used to go into meetings, corporate meetings with 20, 30 niggas around the whole table. Niggas thing. And I used to tell the nigga, yo, this is my brother Choom Choom. Just came home for double life, killing niggas. This nigga here is a mass murderer. This guy's over here like, what the fuck did I expect him to do? Like, but to get away from me, like, yo, let me get out of here from this guy. This guy's crazy.
Yeah, you got the most polite guys in the room, and you're just sitting there getting them shook.
Yeah, because you if you got the option to work with people, you want to just work and make money. You want to go home and be happy with your family. You don't want to have to think like, yo, I'm going to get into an argument with these guys, and these guys are doing what? Right. And then nobody's really your friend like that at that time, so they quit. You know, it's a sad case in every game of divide and conquer. And so everybody tries to look up to the guy who got the bag. So the minute I'm turning around, they tell him, you know, this guy's a starter. This guy's a gangster, street guy. Are you kidding me? What are you doing? No, Joe's a sweetheart. No, like, you don't know the guy. The guy, you know who you got in there? Like, and they used to try that, and there's a real famous story of when I went, it would have been no big pun. So I set up a meeting to meet Steve Rifkin, who's still one of my best friends 30 years later. And when I go there, Steve said, yo, could I talk to you? And I came outside with him. You could Google it. He says it himself. And he's like, yo, I got 8 phone calls today. People telling me not to meet with you. He said, they tell me you an extorter, you a robber, you a this, a drug dealer, this, that. He said, but you know, my father's a gangster, so that shit don't pump no fear. I actually like gangsters.
Yeah, I called you direct.
But it was so fucked up that this was the first time I ever was gonna get to be an executive, to be a boss. Niggas was hating on me. They was calling up the plug talking about, yo, don't let him eat, don't let him eat, don't let him eat. That was out of fear of the perception they thought I was. So they was like, we can't let this guy get the bag, you know? And so you gotta beware of all that. But once again, if somebody I really respected and trusted would have broke down to me like, yo, like, this ain't it, I would have been walking around like I walk around now.
Yeah, it's tough. You know, and you really were a polarizing figure since the moment you stepped in the door. So I don't think not too many people felt comfortable enough to reach out and be like, yo, Joe. Because you might, at that, like right now where you're at mentally, you're cool with
I'm
it.
totally different.
You know, in your 20s, somebody calls you, what the fuck is he calling me for? You know what I mean? What the fuck you mean? You know what I mean? It's different. I be trying to talk shit to my nephew all the time, telling him to straighten up with certain shit.
We told
It's
him
hard.
too.
Yeah, good.
Oh, I thought the other dreadlock kid was your nephew.
Yeah, he is. It is.
Yeah, we was talking to him off the scene.
Yeah. Straighten up, you little bastard, you know?
They said, man, you got the crash shit, you got dreadlocks, everybody got it.
already look.
Of course, the fucking police fucking with you, man.
That's what I told him.
I said, if it helps you, I caught 50 ass whippings from the police. Don't worry, you ain't that special.